It's been a hot minute since I've done an Undertale video, but let me tell you, I haven't forgotten, because I'm constantly reminded by the requests for Undertale songs. So today we are, well, I was gonna say picking up from where we left off, but we've been jumping around like crazy. I have not been going through this chronologically, so we're picking up from a place. Sound good? I love the name of the first song. I included it pretty much because of the name. It's called Ooh-ah! So Temperate. I expected something a little bit more playful, I guess. This is kind of... Intense isn't the word, but it feels soft and emotional. I don't know, I was expecting like accordion. The weird reverb is certainly interesting. It kind of sends all those notes flying in different directions, but they're also bouncing back at the same time and even feel like they're falling down. It's one of those things that also just feels so simple, which I love. I was literally about to say, I wonder if drums are gonna come in. That completely changed the sound. So low-key. Kind of even sounds like a regular bass. Every time, my God, I just wanted to keep vibing. I was ready to sit here like, yeah, everything is right in my life. But then the video said, no, not allowed. You've got to move on to the next one. The only thing I can hope for is that the next one will also send me into the relaxation sphere. I can close my eyes and just for once feel content and secure in my life. So bring it on. Save the world. I pronounce it like that because save is capitalized, so save the world. This one's gonna slap you in the face. I bet it is, right? Electric guitar or something. Have I even heard electric guitar in Undertale so far? I think maybe. Yes! We have. Don't remember the song. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I mean, it's not electric guitar, but it is bouncy. Did I do this song, or is this just a continuation of another one? Oh, there is electric guitar doing like chords in the background. I like that little repeating line, and it does make it super easy for it to get that solo-y sound. That's a great choice. And I like that it's mostly that lead synth that's carrying the track, because most of the other elements are staying the same. They're just consistent throughout. And it's that lead melody that's kind of changing and doing weird stuff. What is the bet that now that I've said that, everything's about to change? I just want to hear like a nasally American punk man singing over this. Oh, there you go. Everything pretty much changed. What are you gonna hit me with? I'm intrigued. Oh. I was wholeheartedly anticipated a drop. Excuse me? After that beat and that melody and those bells, you're just like, hey man, violin. I am so down for it. It just wasn't on my bingo card at the start of this song. Now, there we go. No, keep the violins. Give me the violins with all of this. It is still such a pop, even without the violins. Oh. Are those the bells coming back in? That's a great layout to add, especially if you're going for repetition, because even though they're kind of like faint and in the background, they just grabbed my attention. Oh. Really high-pitched one's great as well. I would have still loved the violin, but I'll settle for those additions. That was cool, okay. The thing with a lot of these tracks is that they take some great time to build a sound and build the layers, and I have such a wonderful time flowing on that journey and picking up on all the different elements, and then by the time that I feel I have a concrete understanding of what it's going for, it's towards the end. Which is in itself really intriguing, because it essentially means that the song is always changing and evolving what it's doing. Come to think of it though, that might explain why so often I'm sitting here like, that was 2 minutes, that felt like it was 10 seconds, because I'm always listening out for things. I'm always so engaged. The next one is called Sans, and I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that this has something to do with Sans. I'm not sure if it's the intro song. Maybe I think you fight him at some point, or you can fight him. I don't know. Surprise me, Sansy boy! Oh! I've heard this in game. I never paid attention to it. How did I never notice the little, what is that, like a horn? And a cowbell, right? I mean, if there was one character that I was like, yeah, their song would definitely have cowbell, I'd say it's Sans. I say that like I know him so intimately. I don't really know all that much about him, but just vibes, you know? It's so playful. I don't even know if I should be like tapping my foot or swaying. I guess both. Oh, it's a little shaker. What a great loop though. I mean, I know that all of the songs are meant to loop, but that just felt like such a great length and such a natural loop. So I'm aware that there are like a billion songs in the Undertale soundtrack, and there's one thing I need to know. Is there some sort of reprise of that where maybe there's like some of those drums and electric guitar, that kind of punk sound like we heard before? Because there's something about that track that would just suit some pop punk. I need it. Gimme. Right here, please. Gimme. Gimme! The next one is called Asgore, and not Asgore, like I initially read it as. Asgore is a character, I think, right? Are they the weird, scary one? I don't know if I've even seen them in game, but they are big and scary. I was definitely expecting something more intimidating. If I didn't know any better, I'd just be like, ooh, what a fun track. Let's party and listen. The way that cut out and came back in was dope. This sounds like an anime theme song. Why are we making Asgore seem like the protagonist? Maybe he is. I don't even know. The way the percussion just keeps this sense of erraticness is great. This feels tense now. Something bad's about to happen, right? Oh yeah, okay, yeah. You got them creepy old Nintendo style like, you know shit's about to go down. I loved the little rolls on the drums. Yeah, there's a couple more layers being added. Are those harmonies? They are. They've added harmonic layers. Ooh. I loved the low shift. They're doing so much, and I keep noticing things. There's a bass line. Was that there this whole time and I just didn't notice? Probably. I want to play this on drums and I want to turn it into something like Rocky. I love how crunchy the drums are in contrast to how smooth everything else feels. Again, I forgot that this was like a boss fight that's bad, question mark? Is Asgore bad? Is Asgore evil? No. He's not evil. He just did terrible, awful things like brutally murdering 6 children. But ultimately it was to escape the situation, not just he, but his whole people. Okay, cool. It's fine to murder 6 children then, I guess? Not even just murder. Brutally murder. I feel like I'm just gonna spark a debate in the comment section, so go off. All I'll say is this doesn't sound like a song for someone who, you know, brutally murdered 6 children. I mean, that sounds a little sad. Like the change, but now that I know about the children thing, all I can think of is that. Like, yeah. I love to murder 6 children. Gonna kill them, they're orphans. It's fine, I can forgive the child murder. You know why? Because the bass line, it'd be there. Bang an end too with all that accentuation. You know, call me crazy, but I almost feel like I've rambled enough about the, you know, the child murder, the bass line apparently, and also just the sound of that. So maybe instead of having me talk even more about those topics, I'ma just jump to the next one, which is called Snowy. Oh, from the village, right? Maybe not, because I don't remember that. The piano trills sound so lovely. That's great, they're little triplets. Now, does this use the same melody as maybe the main Undertale song or one of the menus or something? There's something I've heard this in before, but it just uses such a lovely soft tone but cuts through it with piano notes that are pretty like high-end heavy, so it feels like they're sharp and hitting through. Like, I feel like I can hear those being hit down. Well, that's nice. Oh, okay. Hell yes! Those strings complement gorgeously. Is that flute? Or it's meant to sound like flute at least. Oh my god, excuse me, this is like gorgeously composed. I don't know why I'm surprised, Toby Fox is just a magician. But hot damn, I was thinking that piano would just kind of go by itself for most of the song, and having the other instruments work with it like that is just so good. Are they shifting it? Sounds like now there's a bunch of flats and sharps being used. Such a nice slow pace coming out. Oh yeah, it's about to end. I thought there'd still be a little bit left because it keeps rising and normally you'd fall down towards the end of a song, but I guess as it loops back round, it'll probably go down. It's just so interesting and it's giving me a different way of looking at music. Cutting it there and letting that piano just slowly fade out is a great choice, and it also kind of gives the piano a bit more emotional weight. I absolutely loved that one. That section in the middle with the violin, the piano, and I think like a flute was legitimately just freaking beautiful. The last one we're gonna listen to today is the reprise of Fallen Down. Oh, okay. The first few notes kind of put me on edge, and then they didn't. Such a strange vibe already. Feels like a roller coaster. I don't even mean that in like intensity. It's just making me feel a type of way and then making me feel a different type of way. And I don't know, it sounds like somewhat happy at least, but the thing is, it just feels like there's some undertones where things aren't so great and happy. The slide of the bass. That was dope. There's like a haunting, ghostly thing. Is that like a theremin? Oh, dude. Whatever that is, I think it actually might be a theremin, but the way it's sliding with and at the same time as that bass gives a really weird sound, but one that works perfectly and sounds kind of unique. That's so strange. See, now this feels like it's nostalgic and wanting for something. For real, it just sounds kind of depressing. But like that happy depressing, you know what I mean? Which to me sounds even more depressing. I'd love to hear some longer notes playing out. Oh, hey, it's the melody again. Oh, okay. This sounds like at least some sort of finality to it. Like the play out the end of the game sort of thing. The windpipes were not expected. Excuse me, did they also do like a slide down? If those were actually recorded panpipes, that was perfectly executed. I'm cool with it being played out with this. Bring it back down to be really simplistic for the end. In the end, I still have absolutely zero idea what vibe I was meant to get from that. But I guess maybe that's the point? Maybe I'm just meant to get a couple different feelings. Or maybe I'm even just meant to be confused. Either way, it was really nice. It's just such a contrast for me because for all the other tracks I've been able to go, oh yeah, like this is what they're going for. But that one, again, I don't know if it's just me, but I just could not put my finger on it. As for the rest though, they were absolutely gorgeous. I'm still in love with and I'm just thinking of Snowy. That was... It was beautiful. I need more of that in my life. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.